Sometimes I think back to that Christmas morning when I was 8 years old. I wish I'd just gotten a Teddy Ruxpin.
Welcome to Brick Wall Cinema. I'm your host, Chance, and today we have Sergio and Lola with us talking about Ted. Lola, what did you think when you saw Ted?
My first thoughts were pause. What the hell is going on? Also, Brian? Those were my first thoughts.
Oh yeah. Now that I
you,
think
sir?
about it, Ted is literally just like a more chill version of Brian.
Right? That's what I was saying. He's literally Brian.
I don't know. You
I
guys
like-
talk about. I hear Peter Griffin.
No, it's Brian. It's Brian.
When Seth MacFarlane goes into like a deeper kind of like a deeper tone, I think of Brian. When he gets higher, I think of Peter or Stewie.
Yeah, I would agree.
Well, when I first was watching this, like I watched Ted 2 before I watched this one. So for me, I just
What?
like Ted 2 more, I think.
Really?
Wow.
But when I was watching
That's
this one,
interesting.
I
Mhm.
see what you mean, Chance, when you said you saw Ted 2 and you thought of immediately thought of an episode of Family Guy, because this does feel like a Family Guy episode. But I was watching it, it felt like I liked it at the beginning, but then as it got
Mhm.
on, it felt like everything was trying to get to a climax, but it felt like just monotone throughout the entire thing because it
Mhm.
felt like just one big episode of Family Guy
Mm.
For Ted 2 or Ted 1?
for Ted 1.
Well, I beg to
For me.
differ. I
Hmm,
highly
really?
disagree.
Oh.
I feel like with this movie, yes, it is like there are elements of Family Guy in the first movie, but in
Mhm.
Ted 2, it's a lot more like a whole episode of Family Guy. In the second one, they
Uh-huh.
just flat out do a whole bit from Family Guy.
Like what?
Oh, I'm glad you asked. So remember the whole scene where they're in the sperm factory, or not sperm factory, at the sperm bank, and and he tossed the sample to John. When Ted tossed the sample to John, and he caught it. I mean, it fell on the ground. Then John fell and slipped, and all the samples fell on his face.
Oh.
Okay, wait. Well, how's that any different than anything that happens in here?
Well, there's no scene that's directly comparison to something that happens to Family Guy in the first movie.
So in Family Guy, Peter goes to a sperm bank. Oh, I think I know which episode you're talking about, but is that the only thing from Family Guy that they've incorporated into Ted 2? Or do you want to save that for when we talk about Ted 2?
We can say it when we talk to Ted 2, but I'm just giving you an example. Here's the proof. I didn't get to my impression of the movie. So I love this movie a lot. It gives me like early heartfelt Family Guy.
You mean like old Family Guy?
Yeah. Because even with this movie, with all the raunchiness in it, it still has a sort of not childlike, but more like hopeful.
Nothing about
demeanor,
this
more
movie is
comedic.
childlike.
Yeah, I would not say this movie is childlike.
It is childish. at
No,
some
it
points.
is.
Childish.
There's people who act
Wait.
childish, but it's not childish.
Yes.
Yeah. Although speaking of childlike, I remember I didn't see Ted. Like the first time I technically saw Ted is went to the theater, and my mom went into this movie thinking like it was just a cute movie about a kid with the dream and his bear, right? Completely different. And we walked right out of the theater. She was like, "Oh, we aren't watching this." I remember laughing so hard after that. I was like, wow, that is the exact opposite of what this movie is.
I remember watching it on FX one day. So I got to see the TV edit of this movie.
Oh.
I mean, it's not as funny. Those other TV
No.
edits are funnier, but not really. Not this one.
Mm.
Yeah, so, and I think my favorite version of this movie is the unrated cut. Did you guys
Well,
watch
what's
that one?
I think I only watched the regular one, not the uncut version.
Yeah, there are
What's
some
the
scenes.
difference?
Like they added more scenes that go on a little longer. Like, remember where John was talking to his boss about Tom Skerritt from Top Gun, how he's best friends with him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That goes up for a little longer. Like after he says, you got a goose. What? From Top Gun. Yeah, I know. And he actually overcompensates by saying, like, have you ever helped Tom Skerritt with his car? Like helped him move his garage? Yeah, that was me. I did that. It just kept on going and going about things he did with Tom Skerritt just to overcompensate over it. And later they have a fucking hilarious payoff where once John gets married, you see the boss there with Tom Skerritt, and he's like, "This is nice, isn't it?" And he's like, "Just give me my kids back, please." So implying that he stole his kids just to hang out with him.
Thanks so much for coming.
My daughter better be alive, you sick son of a bitch.
Oh my, that is not good at all.
You know, the beginning of this movie got me questioning so much stuff because they made the Ted series
What?
and they changed so many things about the family.
Not well, the only actors, but that's
Well,
mainly it.
yeah, the mother and father are completely different.
Also, fun fact: the mom in the movie the voice of Lois from Family Guy.
Oh,
Hmm.
really?
Yeah,
Oh, I did not know that.
but go ahead, Sergio. What made you think differently?
Well, because they seem like an actual functional family, whereas in the series, like the father's just completely uninterested in what the mother does or like what the son does. He just likes to sit in his chair and get drunk all the time.
Yeah, but they need to delve out
The
the
family
characters.
vibes are definitely completely different.
I think that was for the better though, because I mean, yeah, this is like to
Really?
see. Yeah, look, because like with the Ted series, they have more of a character, but in this one, they're just a parents that just are really well and happy with each other before a bear comes along, and also
Okay, that makes it sound like that Ted is just the source of why they're angry, why they're not such a happy couple anymore.
that'd be kind of funny to think about though.
What? That would be good though.
That'd be funny
Oh,
because it is canon. So yeah, it's a prequel. It takes place before the movie starts. Like has like goes to present day. It's canon.
I guess I just didn't really think it was canon. I just thought it was one of those shows they made just because.
Yeah, well, I feel like Seth MacFarlane didn't want to direct any more movies anytime soon because the last two weren't as widely received.
And what were his last two?
A Million Ways to Die in the West and Ted 2.
That makes sense. Aren't those both? Well, Ted 2 is rated R, so of course it wouldn't reach as many people as it would if it was something else.
But
And A Million Ways to Die in the West is what you said, right?
yeah,
Hmm.
All right. I didn't really hear too much about that, so I can't really speak on that, but I get what you're saying.
like I like things in it, but it just felt like it was going on for way too long. It's like
But
2
it
hour
feel-
movie.
I felt that way for the first movie in Ted. Like, I felt like some of the things was just like some of the scenes were just about
Mm.
like John and Ted just talking to each other, and that was it. I mean, some of them were funny, but
Mm.
overall, like if I can remember anything about the movie, it's just about Ted and John just talking and making jokes.
Yeah, like maybe we're gonna do a episode on A Million Ways to Die in the West because there are a lot of things I could talk about with that movie because it is some things that are really
Really?
funny.
I've never heard of that.
You
movie.
never heard of it?
No.
Oh yeah, that's the one where
Is it like a cowboy western movie?
yeah. All right. So, is there any scenes you want to talk about with this movie?
Oh, you know what scene I thought was actually crazy?
What?
Right after she kind of gives her boyfriend an ultimatum and she's like, John, you have to get rid of that freaking bear. He's ruining our lives. Then they go back home and she's like, there's a shit on the floor. Why is there a shit on the floor?
Yes.
And Ted's response to that is literally just, oh yeah, we played Truth or Dare. And what can I say? She's pretty ballsy. Like, what?
No, I thought that was hilarious too because multiple reasons. Like when you see Ted explaining, he's like, "Yeah, we saw Sarah Lynn over there like squatting for a couple of minutes, and we were wondering what she was doing, but apparently that was it."
All right. And then especially after
And
she says, there's still a shit on my floor. He's like, or is the floor on the shit? That's the real question. Like, what?
And also, I love that I think she almost broke the microphone. Like the audio peaked on the microphone for her.
Really?
Yes, when she screams, "What the fuck?" You can hear that clip a little bit. Look, let me see if I can find it.
She was hopped up on something, but yeah, mystery solved, I guess, right? She was taking a shit.
I love that part where they cut back to it later, where when they're in a dinner saying how she just shit on the floor, and it cuts back to that scene later where you see, isn't it your version where you see her pick up the poop?
Yes, it is. It's so gross. And she's like, oh God, this is so gross. And he's like, don't tell me. And he's like, did you get it? I get it. Oh, so gross.
Oh, get away from me!
For real. I'd be so mad if I had to be the one to clean that up. I'd be like, where the frick is Ted, bro?
You're never cleaning with that hand ever again.
Oh.
What about you, sir? What was your favorite scene?
I would have to say probably the scene where Ted tries to get a job. Like when they're walking in a suit, when he's walking in the suit and he's headed to the job interview and they're like, Speaking of like all the ways that he just looks ridiculous because he's a teddy bear in a suit.
I look like Snuggles the cow.
And then when they go into the interview and he just starts insulting the guy's boss, the guy's his wife, and he just gets
Mhm.
hired on.
Don't worry, I'll do my very best to get this job that I so crave.
So you think you got what it takes?
I'll tell you what I got. Your wife's pussy on my breath.
Nobody's ever talked to me like that.
And then, while his like manager is questioning him,
Wait,
about-
I'm back. Wait,
Yeah.
go, say, Lola, start from the
Oh.
beginning. I couldn't. It cut out.
Okay. I was saying what's even crazier about that scene is that they call back to it later on, and Ted has freaking sex with Tammy Lynn in the grocery store while he's working on the produce. And then the manager's like, "You had sex with a coworker on produce," and he's like, "Yeah, I did. Then I sold it to a family of 4." And then the manager just looks at him and is like, "You've got guts. We need guts. I'm promoting you."
You got a lot of problems, don't you?
Right? Must have. Why are they rewarding this?
In my head canon, I just think that the manager has just done much worse before in the store, and he sees this as a much tamer version. So I'm just scared to what happens in the store.
I'm very scared because if that's the tame version, what's the untamed version?
I know. Also, what makes it even weirder is the fact that Liam Neeson can get jumped for tricks from that store.
Oh yeah, this is the second movie.
Yes, I believe that's in the second movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, now you know what? All of this is starting to make sense to me. Why Liam Neeson is almost in almost every one of his movies, because he's in this movie. I mean, he's on Ted. He's in Ted 2, A Million Ways to Die in the West. He's also in the new Naked Gun movie coming out this year.
I wanted to talk about the gay joke in there when the coworker that says that he thinks he's gay because he blacked out and was in a gay fight bar or something like that.
Right.
And I was like, wait, what about that is gay? Because he was like, he blacked out and he got into a fight. And John says, what are you in some kind of gay bar fight? And he was like, wait, what part of that was gay?
I mean, he did just ask another man to let him beat him up.
I guess the anonymous hookup type idea there.
Yeah.
I
Crime
guess, but what about
situation, I
that?
guess.
This hooking up? I'd be more concerned that like he's a masochist. Why are you letting someone beat you up?
Actually, there are much more dangerous fetishes I've heard of.
Oh my!
So no, stop, please, no, not today, not today. I'm tired. Let's not bring it up today, okay? Please.
What do you mean tired? You're not tired.
Shut up, please. No. So for the sake of our listeners, please. Stop
Dude,
talking
You already
about
talked
this.
about. We already talked about way more worse
Sergio,
shit
For the
just from
sake
this movie
of our
alone.
listeners, please do not mention the details on the certain acts that you've heard.
I think Sergio's made worse jokes. Though.
He has.
About Jews.
And you have
Sergio,
no.
stop it. We cut that bit out.
What?
We cut that bit out.
What
You
bit?
don't know what we're
did?
talking about. The one where you're talking about how I'm not gonna mention it. I'm not gonna mention it because I'm gonna cut this one out too.
Okay. Wait.
It
Then
was
why you?
just that bad.
Okay.
Anyway, one of my favorite bits in this movie was again with Guy from this movie, who's, if you're not knowing, Guy is Patrick Warburton's character.
What?
Patrick Warburton, Kronk.
Oh. Okay.
My favorite bit with him in the movie is when he's saying how he broke up with his girlfriend because she farted in her bed.
My longest relationship was like 6 months, and then she farted in her sleep. I'm like, I'm out of here, man. I was gone before she woke up. Lori ever fart in front of you?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, many times.
You Italian?
No. Why?
Never mind. Take her to Benihana.
What does that have to do with it, by the
I
way?
don't know.
Right? I still to this day don't get the joke. What does being Italian have to do with anything that he's saying?
And when they're saying you should propose to her, like a coworker saying you should propose to him, like you can put the fart up her butt and she could fart it out.
Oh my.
Was that in the version of yours too? Was that yours?
Yeah, that was in ours as well.
I mean, I would think so. She had the unrated version.
No, she didn't.
Well, the
I
one
did
I
have
saw was the rated version.
Okay.
I'm still questioning it.
I think that's a joke. That's what I think is funny because you're questioning, what the fuck did he mean by that? My favorite type of humor, I guess, in this is just the what the hell? Because even later in the movie with the bag, when Donnie's kid is about to play hide and seek with Ted, he's like, do I need to wash my hands first? And Ted's like, no, that's a weird fucking question. No.
That just makes me think he must be a really dirty kid. Like, why are you asking that? Do you not wash your hands regularly?
I mean, clearly, I guess so.
Also, how long has he had that wooden horse?
All right, he's clearly too big for that now. Why is that still in his room? I know it's for the bit, but oh my gosh, he does not need that.
He has nothing else in that room, and apparently he only has 1 hour of playtime.
Right?
I'm confused on whether or not like Donnie's supposed to be like a strict parent or he's really like indulgent parent because he says he never says no to his son.
I think it's yes and no. Yes and.
Because he said he spanks his kid.
Yeah.
For what though? Because he never says no to his kid.
He said when he cursed.
Oh.
Yeah.
So then why he ripped off his ear?
Because it's his toy.
Because he literally says in the scene, he's like, my daddy gave me an ow because I cursed. Now I'm going to give you an ow. And then he rips off his ear.
But wouldn't he just hit him like his dad did to him?
Sergio, he's a stuffed bear.
Well, it's
he's not gonna
because
feel
the
anything.
kid and it's because the kid and the dad are obviously mentally ill, Sergio. They're crazy.
Okay.
Have you seen how the dad dances? He's psychotic.
Very psychotic.
So my favorite scene would have to be it was a fight scene with John and Ted in the motel room.
Really? Why is that your favorite?
Because of how quote unquote raw it gets with how violent, how aggressive the camera is, how quiet it is, and all the sounds and like the actions that they're doing. I thought it was really funny. How it just felt very real, quote unquote real, if it makes any sense. And the way it starts off by him saying, I should have gone to Teddy Ruxpin.
I have no idea what Teddy Ruxpin is.
You don't know what Teddy Ruxpin is?
It's just another, I assume it's just another toy because he's a toy. Teddy's a toy. So he's like, I should have gotten another toy.
Teddy Ruxpin was a teddy bear that had a VHS cassette in the middle of it that you can play that moves his mouth to the beat of the song.
What?
Oh, I heard about
Teddy bear with a VHS in it sounds very unsafe.
But yeah. Anyway, I love that scene.
It's amazing.
Okay, question. Do you guys think that Laurie was wrong to try give Ted an ultimatum or John an ultimatum?
Oh, absolutely not. Because let me explain my reasoning. My reasoning is no. Because first of all, when she was talking with her friends before she had even given the ultimatum in general, she even said herself, I don't think I should do that to John because that would break him. Because she understands that like Teddy has been his friend since he was a kid, very important to him. But at the same time, he's kind of like Shaggy and Scooby-Doo and Velma. They have that dynamic where it's like, bro,
Wait, do you mean
I get that you have a friend, but you're kind of letting your friend overtake the relationship. Oh, because he's like in their way all the time. All the time.
Yeah, I agree.
You mean like in the
time. And aren't there pictures earlier on in the movie where he's like on like all of their dates? I know he's not on their dates all of the time, but he's like third wheeling them every day. Like having your friend with you and your girlfriend, like every once in a while, that's not the issue. But he's there every single day and he lives with them.
I do have a question for that. They've been together 4 years, correct? Right?
Yes, they've been together for years.
So she does enjoy spending time with Ted with her boyfriend from time to time because it does seem like they do have fun together.
Right.
So I guess for me, it's a maybe because what she does want from John is to kind of act his age a bit sometimes. And Ted often brings him back to this kind of like childlike demeanor that he has because they like to play pranks. They like to mess around. They like to be like, those kinds of guys who just like to play jokes all the time. And I do get what she wants out of the relationship, but I feel like she should speak to John about what she wants and less about focusing on whether or not.
Speak to John is the thing. She spoke to John beforehand. She wasn't just like, Teddy, get the fuck out of here. Because clearly she likes Ted. Ted is her friend. It's just Teddy can definitely be overbearing at times. Like when he literally had hookers over at their own apartment that all three of them are sharing, and one of them pooped on the floor.
I guess
Like-
so, but then the same problem does happen again when he moves out, and then John goes over to his party, and then it's kind of the same problem over again. So I'm not sure if it's so much Ted is the problem as is what does John want to like, what his John's priorities are.
Yeah, I get that, but it's also Teddy that's kind of enabling him to do that. You get what I'm saying? He's the one who's like, I mean, yes, he has his own free will. It's not like he's making him do those things, but he's convincing him to, if that makes sense. Does that make sense?
I guess so, but I also think about it like the fact that and John have been together for so long that he just kind of takes his word on it. Like he trusts him a lot more than we think. So for me, I say it's a maybe because the fact is that their bond is so close that he would probably drop a lot of stuff to go be with Ted for a bit. But I do see what you mean when he says like he should probably take more priority on his girlfriend from time to time.
Exactly. Like that's what they're saying. He literally ditches his own girlfriend at like one of her work parties to hang out with Ted, which she could have did at any time. I get it was to meet his childhood hero Flash Gordon.
Yeah.
That's messed up.
Wait, but
Yeah.
okay.
You don't just ditch your girlfriend, your partner, whatever.
Well, I wholeheartedly
Just be
agree
like,
with you. I
no.
understand this. I believe you. I would not do what he did. But
Oh, here it comes. Here it comes.
you're telling me. Wait,
Hmm.
actually, no. I'm gonna ask Sergio this because I feel like Sergio.
What?
You're
Oh, okay, John. Giving John. That's
Sergio.
what this whole situation is giving.
If you're with
Whatever.
your
Ask Teddy then.
if Sergio, if you're with your girlfriend and I tell you, Sergio, get the fuck over to my house right now. Michael Pena's here.
Who the heck is Michael Pena?
He's the guy from Ant-Man, the guy in the van.
Oh, okay, cool. He's cool. All right. Awesome.
Would you stop whatever you're doing to meet me there?
Depends on what I'm doing.
But
You're
that's
at- you're
different.
at a
Sergio doesn't
dinner
have a
with
girlfriend.
No, if he did. If you're with your
he did.
girlfriend, you're at your girlfriend's party and you just met her asshole boyfriend or asshole boss and get a call saying, hey, come over here. You're going to have some fun. You're going to meet your idol that you grew up watching. Actually, no. Okay, George Lopez. Is that George Lopez? Would it make it better, Sergio?
Maybe.
Yeah,
I don't
see,
know.
I'm saying, Sergio, George Lopez is at my house right now. Get your ass over here right now. Would you
Okay,
come?
first-
just say why.
I'll probably say why, yeah. But if I'm at a party that I can leave at any moment, I'd probably and I'm there with like my partner, I'd probably take them with me rather than just leave them there.
See, that's the best answer. That's better than what I was thinking you would do.
No, but that's not the option.
No,
The
that's not
option is to
fair.
either-
Wait, no.
No,
That could
because
be an option.
It's the option. It has
That's
to be
not
within
fair.
the limits of Mark Wahlberg's option. You either freaking abandon your girlfriend and go, or you stay with your girlfriend and support.
Yeah, I
her.
would stay.
All I'm hearing is,
Well, I've been
is that
hyping you up,
Candace would
Sergio.
leave me at a party to
No.
go see freaking I don't know, Bill Cosby. I don't know.
Oh, what the
Bill
fuck? No. Oh.
I'd probably fail. Probably
Oh.
Pharrell Williams.
Okay, I'm sorry. I was joking. You would leave me to go see Marty McFly,
Martin
Probably.
McFly. You mean
even though he's
Michael
probably
J.
dead.
Fox? He's
Is
not
he
dead.
I don't know.
He's
I
not
actually
dead.
don't know.
What?
Okay,
Never said he was.
I didn't know. I didn't know if he was dead. My bad.
It's not.
Wait.
He's thriving.
Okay, I just didn't know if he was dead.
Wait, is he okay? I heard he had a disease.
He has Parkinson's.
Oh, is he still okay?
Are you okay, Sergio Lola?
Yeah,
You guys keep dodging my
No.
questions.
It's because when you said that, it reminded me of a joke in the movie where it's like, I know Lori wouldn't appreciate me saying this, but I just gotta say, gentlemen to gentlemen, I hope you get
Lou Gehrig's disease.
Lou Gehrig's disease,
And
and
then
then
bring it
he
back.
does get it at
And
the
then
end
later
of
in the movie, he does get
Yeah.
Lou Gehrig's disease.
and he dies because of it.
Also, I do have to say, knowing what happens in the second movie, I'm kind of not too invested in what happens in this movie.
What? But the first movie's the best one. I like this.
I agree with Lola.
But I understand it's because you watched the second one first. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, but there are some good things in the second movie.
Oh, definitely. I
Like-
think the second one's enjoyable.
I
I
think
just like the first. False.
That's one of my favorite lines in any of these movies. Should I say it now?
But I will remember this chance. I
What
will
part?
remember.
Probably all of it.
No, yeah, well, no.
Yes, I will.
Never underestimate the memory of a woman who is angry at you.
Exactly.
Did Confucius say that?
Shauna, make a note of this. Chance would leave me to go see Marty McFly.
No,
Don't throw
why?
bullshit-
No.
See, they throw the personal shit back at you.
Oh, that crazy Chance.
No, tell your sister
Oh
I
my
do not say that.
gosh, it hurts.
She can hear you.
Oh, this whole time?
Yes,
No, she just got home right now.
Oh.
of course she can hear us. She doesn't have any headphones on or anything.
Thank you, Shauna. Thank you. Glad someone's on my side here. Anyways, you can get into one of your favorite quotes now.
Okay. I guess it's when we see Ted talking to John on the couch saying how Boston women are terrible. And
But didn't he have
I'd having sex. He's like, oh yeah. Now I'm gonna stuff my fucking face with peppers, fam.
No, it's a movie.
I just
Was that
forgot.
in the unrated version?
No,
'Cause
no.
I don't
Yeah, it was right
No,
here.
it was not.
remember that.
I guess I don't really have that many. You go ahead, Lola. I know you have some.
I do. Okay. I think one of my favorite quotes is I think later on in the movie when they're on the couch again getting high and John said, I don't know, that sounds pretty strong. He's like, well, there are only 3 other options. Gorilla Panic, they're coming, and something called This Is Permanent. Like all of those titles sound so concerning. Oh my gosh.
I love the weed names. They have that running joke still happen in the TV show too.
They do.
God, I love that TV
And-
show.
I think my second favorite quote was when he said, somewhere out there are 4 terrible fathers I wish I could thank for tonight. Like, what? Crazy. Ted says the wildest things.
I think
Oh.
my favorite like line said from this movie would probably be just like when John just sticks the lobster's head out from the door frame.
Mm.
I just
You owe
thought
me
it was
lobster
fun.
money.
Yeah. I'm just so curious on where that bit came from.
Yeah. Did you guys like the Thunder Buddy song? I thought that was hilarious.
Yes,
It was
Sergio.
funny.
Like imagine you're going to bed with your boyfriend and then thunder happens and he's like, ah, and his other friend comes in. It's like, it's okay, Johnny. Thunder buddies for life. And starts singing a song to calm down because of thunder.
You ready, Sergio? You want to sing the Thunder Buddy song?
No,
Come on, Sergio. Come on, sing it with me. I know you know the
no, I'm a
words.
terrible singer.
No, it's not a song. It's not, you don't need to actually have a vocal range or anything. Just say it.
I don't remember it.
Exactly.
You remember it, Sergio.
No, I don't.
Put
I'll
on
pull it
the
up for you. I'll pull up the
subtitle.
lyrics.
Okay, this is gonna end terribly.
It's not gonna end terribly. You just gotta do it right, okay? And then it won't end terribly.
Sergio, this isn't The Voice. We believe in you.
You ready?
Okay.
3, 2, 1. When you hear, fuck you, Sergio. You didn't even start it. See, Sergio. Yeah,
You gotta
one
be at the
job.
same time. 3, 2, 1.
When you hear the sound of thunder, Sergio. God, Sergio,
Sorry,
say
the
it.
pause
Okay.
threw me off.
Oh my gosh.
Okay,
Just sing the
1,
song with him.
2, 3.
when
We hear the sound of thunder. Don't you get? You're not even trying. You're not
I
even
am trying.
trying.
I
No,
didn't-
we're
None of
done.
you
We're
guys are
done. We
quiet.
tried it more than 3
What was
times.
that?
We're done.
What was
Forget it.
that?
We didn't even get to the
None of
first
you guys
lyric.
were quiet. What's happening? This is horrible.
I told you this would end terribly.
Because you're not trying.
I did try.
None of you. What's
Bullshit.
happening? All you guys have to do is follow along the lyric. I believe in you. Come on.
Yeah.
Do better.
Okay. One more time. So you get it right, okay?
It's not gonna work.
And we'll get it right if you just say it right.
Okay. Fine.
When you hear
Hear the sound of thunder. Don't you get
Okay,
too
no,
scared.
one more time.
Just grab your
One,
thunder buddy.
1, 2, 3.
When you
We
hear
hear
the
the sound
sound
of
of
thunder,
thunder,
don't you get
don't
too
you
scared.
scared.
Just grab your thunder buddy
and
say
say
It's magic
words.
You're just saying it. You're not
Dude,
giving
thunder.
it breaks, Sergio. You're not having
What?
intervals. You're
I
not
don't
breaking
know.
between
Where's
the
the breaks?
lines.
Where are the breaks supposed to happen?
Horrible.
Right where there's thunder, scared, buddy,
Where?
words, thunder, dick, God, thunder, farts.
Sergio, it's right there. Okay.
Yes, I'm reading it, but I don't get where the pauses are.
You saw the movie. You know where the pauses are.
I saw the movie. I saw it once, but I don't get the song.
Okay, I think this song just isn't gonna work.
It's not gonna work out. This 7 lines song, the 7 lyric song is not gonna work for us to say. Okay, good to know. God, I feel like fucking Stewie and Brian over here right now. Just not trying at all.
Oh my gosh, you're Stewie saying "quip pew."
Hold on.
Brian, can I get some of that cool whip?
Cool hip.
Cool whip.
Cool hip.
Anyway, so you think we should go to our ratings?
I mean, say less. Yes, what would you
Say
rate
less.
this? What would you rate this movie, Sergio?
For me, it was a 3 out of 5.
I guess I'll take it, but why not a 4 out of 5?
For
Why a
me,
3?
it felt like some of the jokes went on a bit too long for me. And the more the movie went on, the more I was kind of like, is it almost done? Because there was a lot of stuff that I felt like I just didn't really care about in the movie.
What? Wow, that's crazy. Because that's why I like this movie, personally. I like how the jokes come back, especially at the end when the narrator's like, yes, so Rex died of a deep depression and Lou Gilbert's disease. That was funny. I really.
Yeah, that was hilarious. Now,
I guess so, but him just saying it just felt like, like, okay, then that happens. That's a callback. Cool.
All right. Well, I liked it because of the callback, so I would give it a 4 out of 5. I enjoyed it.
I'm with Lola on this one. I'll give this 4 out of 5. I had a lot of fun watching this one. Excuse me.
Nice.
And honestly,
You farted.
I burped. I thought also, I forgot to mention the animation on Ted is really, really good. Like the detail on his like fur. Like if you look closely at certain shots, you can see that there's like iron patches on him, like burn marks on him.
Really?
Yes, and I really like that detail. I don't know why. All right. I guess we could call it an episode.
All right. Sounds good.
I'm Chance.
I'm Sergio.
And I'm Lola.
Have a cinematic day.
Or night.